Hi everyone, welcome to episode 1 of my Bitcoin investing series where I'll be tracking the progress of my Coinbase portfolio and discussing what's going on in the world of crypto. And before I get into the topic of today's video, I'll give a brief overview of this very simple portfolio. So it currently holds 0.17794042 Bitcoin, which currently equates to about $1,570. I've accumulated this amount over the course of about a year via dollar cost averaging, which is a strategy where I place recurring buys each week in order to bring down my average price. So as an example, if I buy over here at the high and then make another purchase down here at the low, my average will come in somewhere around the middle, and what this is going to do is lower the overall risk profile. I plan on continuing my weekly purchases and making maybe some lump sum purchases once the market starts to pick up again. My goal for this account is to follow it into the next bull run and try to take profits at price levels much higher than where we are right now. And throughout the course of these videos, you guys will have a front row seat to a typical Bitcoin portfolio, and we'll all be able to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the crypto environment. Starting off with an article from Decrypt talking about the Bitcoin halving taking place on May 12th. So when the halving occurs, miners' rewards for creating new blocks will be slashed in half, down to 6.25 Bitcoin from the current 12.5 Bitcoin per block. Consequently, this will also reduce the rate at which new coins are minted, slowing inflation and limiting the new supply. So it's going to become even harder to obtain Bitcoin in the future. And what will this do to the price? Well, take a look here. Currently, we've seen a huge pump as the coin surged from 7,500 to roughly 9,400 in a matter of days, but the price has headed back down to 8,800. The CEO of Binance US calls the halving a momentous occasion, but cautions that the effects may not immediately make themselves apparent. It could result in nothing or could result in longer tail adoption and a rally out of that. We saw in 2016 that the halving itself was not an instantaneous reaction, but 18 months later we had the largest rally we've ever seen. Taking a look at recent price action, we can see a pretty substantial rally prior to this event. And going to July of 2016, we can see a lot of the same. So we have a substantial rally prior to the event. Then we have a quick sell-off afterwards, followed by a massive bull run. And I think it's important to take a look at price history and see how it compares to the future, but there is a macroeconomic background that should be considered. Looking at supply and demand economics, when supply becomes restricted and demand starts to rise, we typically see a sharp increase in valuation. And if we are moving into an inflationary environment, then scarce assets tend to grow in demand. And taking a look at the macro environment in 2016 with inflation rates, in the first half of 2016 we were in a deflationary environment. The inflation rate in January was 1.4 and it went down to 0.8 in July, around the same time as the 2016 halving, and we also saw a sharp decrease in price, followed by increasing inflation rates and an increase in Bitcoin price. And looking at 2020, we can see similarities. We're having a deflationary environment right now leading into the halving. And right now we're having massive stimulus being pumped into the economy and businesses are starting to reopen after the shutdown. So it's my opinion that we are about to see a period of inflation once the economy has reopened altogether. And it's possible that can lead to another great environment for Bitcoin to thrive in. If another drop does in fact happen, I'm going to keep all this information in the back of my head just so I don't get stressed out or shaken out over whatever price action takes place. And that's going to be it for today's update. If you guys found this video interesting and would like to see more Bitcoin or other investing related videos, I encourage you to like and subscribe. I do plan on making more videos frequently. And let me know what your thoughts are on Bitcoin and where it may be headed. Alright, have a nice day everyone.